I wasn't even going to make another video today, but you know what? I feel compelled to do so. To be honest with you, I'm just too nice a lot of the time, and I don't get as aggressive or hard-hitting or just... Like, I speak the truth, I do, but I wrap it up sometimes in a really nice and friendly package, and stuff needs to be said. By the way, like and subscribe if you do like the video. You know, something that I really don't like about working as a coach is the fact that I have to deal with wimps. I have to deal with bitches. I don't like that at all. I do not respect people who do not have the courage to go after the things that they want. I don't respect it at all. I don't respect people who wallow in self-pity. I don't respect people who let fear rule their lives. I don't like that at all. I hate that in myself. I don't like it in other people. Something that I have to deal with as a coach is that I have to deal with those sorts of people on a regular basis. And you know why? Because when you are a coach, you're talking to people who are potentially, who are facing fears that they have, facing issues, facing like the outer edge of their comfort zone. And the truth is that not everybody is actually built to step through that comfort zone and get to the other side. Most people aren't. You want to know something that is nuts? Something that is nuts is a stat that I heard, which I don't really know. I've never verified it, but what I can say is that in my time as a coach, I've seen everything to say that it is true, which is this. If you have a fantastic piece of personal development content, like the best video you've ever seen, which is just so well put together, the information is amazing, everything about this video is great, everything. It's edited well, there's fantastic music, the presenters delivered it with power and conviction. This video is on point. 2% of people who watch that video will do anything with it. 2%. And that's assuming that a massive percentage of the people who saw the video were moved by it and thought, wow, this is good. You know why? Because most people mentally masturbate. That's what they do. It's probably what you do now. I am sure there are people who view my channel and go, oh, I like this guy. I like what he's saying. He seems intelligent. He seems knowledgeable. He's kicking out all of this really good stuff. And look, he speaks with conviction. That's great. But then you don't actually do anything with it. And it baffles the actual mind, because if you're going to watch a video that I would make, or a Coach Kyle, or a Justin Mark, or maybe Joe Elvin, a Nice White at Game Global, or whoever, you're going to watch that stuff. Well, why not actually do something with the knowledge that has been given to you? Because I did a reaction to a Coach Kyle day game video. How many people watch those videos? How many people? Tons of people. You watch the videos like, oh, yeah, I'm watching. This is what you do with day game. This is what you do with day game. But you don't actually go out and do the day game. And here's what you're doing. You are so scared of making a mistake. You are so fucking shit scared of making a mistake that you just sit there and you watch and you watch and you watch and you watch without ever taking any freaking action, because oh no, if I approach a girl and it doesn't go perfectly well and it's not the ultra smooth James Bond fantasy that I hope it will be, if I can't do that, I'm a loser. And you're so fucking scared. You're so scared that you actually do nothing. Nothing. And the thing is this, it's like you can't get good at anything without actually sucking at it first. That is number one. So you have to try something and suck at it to actually reach a point where you're good at it, but you're so scared of sucking. That's number one. Also, number two, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So let's say, is there a correct way to approach a woman, as in a way that is going to give you 100% success? No, there is not, because all women are different, and you know, the odds of any one woman liking any one man are relatively slim. But there are ways to raise your chances. That is true. So you have the best chance of success. However, you know what the absolute main thing is that you need to do in order to actually approach a woman and walk away with her number? You need to approach the fucking woman. That's what you need to do. But so many of you are so scared to do it. Why? I approached 2 women today, well 3. I approached a 2 set and I approached a single woman. Both rejected me. Actually, no, the 2 set didn't actually. I got one of their Instagrams, if I'm going to be fair. So they didn't both reject me. But the one woman did. She wanted nothing to do with me whatsoever. But I still did it and I'm still here. I am still alive. And fundamentally, if you've got like 2 men, right, like with guns, and one man has the greatest rifle on earth, but he's afraid to shoot it. That man ain't gonna hit the target. But the other man with the terrible rifle, he's just letting off shots left, right, and center. He's still gonna hit the target every now and then. But so many of you are so afraid of missing that you just won't even take a shot. It baffles the freaking mind. And something that honestly you need to be aware of, and I swear to God you need to be aware of this. If you're sitting here watching this sort of content, and let's be fair, I know that I'm a passionate speaker. I know that, right? So when you watch me speak, like maybe you think I sound like a crazy person, maybe, but you're not bored, are you? You're not, I know that. But my point is this, most people in this space aren't interesting to listen to, are they? No, they are not. So my point is this, you're not really being entertained. I saw Ross Jeffries and Mystery debating on Game Global, right, of which I'm a part. They're debating. It's not entertaining. I would rather watch Game of Thrones. I would rather watch The Boys. I would rather watch Inside Out, the friggin' Disney Pixar thing, than watch that. It's not fun at all. You're watching it because they are speaking about something that is near and dear to your heart. That's why you're watching. But the point is, if you're not going to take on board what they're saying, then what the fuck are you watching it? Why? And here is the thing. Do you know how many years I've been at this? I mean, I've been coaching since 2018. And do you know how many men I have seen who, like, they get on a call with me and they go, all right, Kieran, I'm not happy with my dating life. I'm really not. Like, I don't have dates, Kieran. I go, when's the last time you had sex? And he goes, I had sex a year ago, Kieran. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, Kieran. The only time I have sex is when I pay for hookers, Kieran. I do not like that, Kieran. And then I will lay out a plan of what this man can do to actually get the hookers out his bed and get some real women that actually want to feel and experience the warmth of his body. I do that, but the man doesn't sign up, does he? You know how many times that happens? That happens quite a lot. Quite a lot. And you know why? Because changing is actually scary, isn't it? It's actually scary. It's one thing to talk about the thing that you would do, but it's another thing to actually do that thing. I remember once I was with a mate of a mate, and he was telling me about a business idea that he had. And this business idea, it sounded fantastic to me at the time. I'm listening to him talk and I'm like, whoa, this sounds really good. So he's like talking about all of the ideas and the things he would do with this idea, with this plan. So I said to him, well, let's do it. Let's do it. I am sold. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. You've got me. Whatever do we need to do to make this happen? Let's do this thing. Let's make this happen. And every time I tried to tell him, let's do this thing to make it happen, he kept changing the subject to the kind of things that he would do because he's terrified of actually taking action. And you know what? I decided in that moment I could never be friends with that guy. I literally decided in that moment because I realized like, nah, this guy just does not have it. He does not have it. You know, like grit, drive, determination, balls. He does not have that. And I cannot associate with people like that, nah. But how many of you are like this really? Really and truly, like how many of you are actually like that guy? And the thing you gotta realize is this. So I say this as a man who's actually older than he looks. I'm in my 40s. You're not getting any younger. You're really not. I don't know if you're like me. Probably are. You must notice that the older you get, the faster time flies, right? We are already over halfway through 2024. I remember it was literally yesterday when it was New Year's Day. New Year's Day was yesterday. It was. We're actually now in freaking August. Yeah? You're getting older. You are. Now, most of you are in your 20s or your 30s, right? So if you're in your 20s, you're in that special period when your body is basically superhuman and health is free. So you feel like it's going to be like this forever. You think this gravy train is going to last forever, but it's actually not. It's not going to last forever. And if you're in your 30s, you are starting to realize that the gravy train does not last forever. For instance, your body doesn't burn fat as well as it used to, does it? You're getting a little bit fatter. You don't have quite the energy that you used to, do you? You get hungover quicker, don't you? You look at your body, you feel like flabby, out of shape. It's harder to stay in shape, isn't it? All of these sorts of things. And then people start saying things like, when are you gonna get married? Gonna do this, when are you gonna do that? And you tell yourself that you'll always do it another day. You do. And you hear me give all of this great advice and you use some of it. Like, you know, you see me put up a video about how to text and you go, all right, let me see what you're saying. And you go, like there's some, yeah. And like maybe you send a woman a message based on one of my principles and it works a little bit. Like, yeah, but there's things that you don't get. You're not like all the way there. Like you got that tip, but you're not all the way there. Now what you could could do is you could come to me, moi, and you could say, yo, Kieran, help me. But you're not gonna do it. Some of you will, right? The 2% will, but the other 98% will not. And why won't you? Because you will tell yourself this most arrogant thing. It's such an arrogant statement where you will go, I will do it myself. And what do you know how to do that is worthwhile except for walking and talking that you didn't have somebody show you how to do? Did you learn the skills necessary to do your job on your own? Did you learn to write on your own? Did you learn mathematics on your own? There's so many things that you did not learn on your own. You need other people to show you, right? Here's the thing, because I'm speaking from experience. I did, for the most part, learn on my own, but it took me like a decade. An actual decade, a decade I wish I could get back. Now what you're saying is, you know what? Yeah, I would rather spend a decade in the sexual wilderness rather than have somebody show me how to do it in like 6 months. Heaven forbid that I actually humble myself and just admit that I don't know something. Like most men on the planet today, you're in very good company. But heaven forbid that I just admit that there's something I don't know how to do and I just have someone show me. Heaven forbid I do that. I would much rather consign myself to another 10 years, 15 years, or that's assuming that you actually put in the effort, mind you, or a lifetime of like misery, sexual dissatisfaction, blah, blah, blah. You know how often I have clients that are in their 40s, 50s and 60s and they're like, yo, my life ain't where it's supposed to be, crap. And they have like, you know, you hear about, what's it called? The midlife crisis. I see that up close and it's a terrible thing. People laugh about the midlife crisis because they go, ha, 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 look at this man trying to be young again. Look at that. What they don't realize is that the midlife crisis it's a crisis. It's like, whoa, all of these things that I wanted to do, I actually never did. Here is something that you've got to realize. There's going to be a time when you are in Starbucks. Maybe you're in your 50s or something like this. There's going to be a cute girl in the Starbucks and you're going to be feeling relatively confident that day. Who knows? Maybe you've just been to the pub with your friends. You've had a couple of beers and you got a little bit of Dutch courage and you're like, you know what? Let me just flirt a little with this Starbucks waitress. And she's going to make a passing comment, which she doesn't even really register. But this comment is going to be so dismissive to you. She's going to let you realize that she doesn't even contemplate the possibility of seeing you as a sexual option. What I mean is this. Let's say you walk up to a woman now and then like you approach her. She's like, get away. She's still like, no, I don't want you, but I still do appreciate the fact that you are someone I could potentially go for because we're in like a comparable age range. But this little girl is gonna make a really like dismissive comment like, I don't know. Oh, tell me, what was dating like back when you were young? Or something like this. Something really innocent. And you're like, oh, crap. It's done. It's over. That is what's coming. That is literally what's coming. And if you don't raise up, if you don't stand up, if you don't grow a pair, if you don't say, all right, let me just walk into the valley of the shadow of death. If you don't say, let me just go for the thing that I want. If you don't say, it pisses me off that I don't have the things that I want. That actually makes me angry and I refuse to live that way. If you don't say that, then what the hell are you? Like, actually, what the hell are you? So many people are fucking weak today. Like weak, scared, timid, weak. Is that you? Because if that is you, honestly, if you're weak, scared, timid, weak, why are you watching my content? Just freaking watch House of the Dragon. It's sick. I love House of the Dragon. Watch that. Watch Dexter. Watch something else. Don't freaking watch Logan Paul or KSI or something like that. Watch Tree Geordie. By the way, Tree Geordie is sick. I love Tree Geordie. I actually quite like Logan Paul as well. It's not even a point. No shade at those people. My point is this. Go and do something fun with your time rather than watching this content. You're wasting your time. However, if you have watched this and you're one of the 2% who's like, you know what, right? You know what? I really feel what this man's saying. He's resonating with me at the core. He's a little bit out of his mind, but more time still, man's actually saying something proper, you get me? If you're thinking that while looking at me, then let's talk. If you're done with the dating, romantic, sexual life of your nightmares, or that's unsatisfying. If you want a rotation, if you want the actual girlfriend, if you want like actual girlfriend, you want that, right? Or you want the wife, the mother of your children, whatever it is you want, but you're actually prepared to get it now and like make some changes, then let's talk. Right, me and you, let's talk. There is a link in the description, right? You can book a call with yours truly. We will speak about your unique situation and I will lay out a roadmap that will get you from where you are now to where you want to be. What I'll say is this: I coach men for 6 months, right? One-on-one. I don't just give you a plan. I'm actually there with you, holding your hand every step of the way. And you know something? In 3 months' time, men get really, 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 really great results. Why? Because I'm there to show you things like mistakes that you're making that you don't realize that you're making, which is going to be a lot. There's tons of mistakes that you make, you don't realize, like blind spots even. Not even just mistakes, blind spots. Areas where you're lacking in your thinking, but you don't realize that you're lacking in your thinking until I show you. Not because I'm better than you, but I've just been there myself. I will get you to where you want to be. If you're happy to carry on as you are with the mental masturbation, right? Treating this as pornography, yeah? Like mentally jerking off to my chocolatey brown skin and my smooth English accent as I berate you because, you know, you got a little friggin', what's it called, humiliation fetish. If that's what you want to do, then cool, do that. But if you're one of the G's, right, if you're someone who's like, nah, I'm done and I actually want something real for myself, book a call. There is a link in the description. And if you have liked the cut of my jib, if you've heard everything I've said today and be like, you know something, this guy, Kieran Callum, right? This dating coach from the UK, who's also an author as well and has a book called N-Word that's coming out this Christmas, which you actually should buy because it's going to be sick. If you're feeling the cut of my jib, subscribe to the channel. Actually subscribe. Like the video as well, because when you like the video, you're telling YouTube to pump it out to more people. When you comment, it does the same thing too. And slam the notification bell. See you later and goodbye.